All right, 1 2 1 2. Let's get into it. Welcome everyone to a new video. On my channel, I usually talk about my birthday, 10/9, but I have done so much work about making videos about 10/9. I'm tired of literally talking about it, and I hope that eventually it will catch on and people will say, "Hey, that's pretty interesting." And then maybe they'll reinvigorate me with some energy, and that'll get me to make some more videos about 10/9. But I'm just looking for other ideas for videos, and so this is one of the videos. This is one of the ideas that I have. All right, one of my favorite rap groups is Digable Planets, and this is a picture taken from their very first album. And yeah, since I love their music, I just want to make a video about a particular verse that I did not understand when I was younger. And yeah, I want to talk about that because, they're relevant. They still make music today. Grammy nominated rap group, and they're dope. And in my book, they will always be, dope. So I'm just gonna do something here. All right. The name of the song, that's my chair, squeaking chair. The name of the song is Black Ego off of the album Blowout Comb. And the verse that I will recite, not from memory, but so I guess I'm going to read the verse. It is Ladybug Mecca's verse. All right, the beautiful, lovely, talented Ladybug Mecca. And in fact, I do have a story to share about Ladybug Mecca. The year was 2005, and I actually attended 2 Digable Planet shows. One at the House of Blues on Sunset, which no longer exists. It's been demolished, and they built a huge apartment, complex on that land. The second show I attended was at the House of Blues in Anaheim, near Disneyland. And when I attended the first show, I did not have a chance to meet Digable Planets in person, or buy any of their merchandise, get any autographs. I didn't get an opportunity. And so because I was going to attend the other show, I made it a point to buy some of their merch and get, or at least try to get their autographs. So anyhow, in 2005, after the show, which was excellent, and I recall the opener was, I think it was the guy, it was one of the members of Slum Village, who's now deceased. The brother was rapping, and I remember him distinctly saying, and I kind of felt like he was looking at me when he said it, and he was rapping, and he was like, "And I know you don't know what I'm talking about," and I was like, "Yeah, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. That's true." But, I've learned, I'm a very different person than, 16 years ago. I've learned a lot. I've traveled the globe, etc., etc. So anyway, that's one memory that I have from there. But then also a memory with, Ladybug Mecca. So after the show, I purchased a t-shirt, and I was standing in line waiting and hoping to get her to sign my t-shirt. And I guess I wasn't paying attention to, everyone else who was in line, because initially everyone was like sort of crowding around the table, and then I guess everyone decided to form a line. But I was at the front of the line. I was, at the front of the table, and I figured, I'm already here. I'm already at the front of the table. There's no reason for me to get into a line. And so everyone, it was like groupthink. Everyone just decided together they were going to form a line, and everything would be more efficient. And so Ladybug was signing the autographs, and I was standing right there at the front. And because everyone had formed a line, her attention went to the people in the line. She was like, okay, I'm gonna sign the people who are in line. But I felt that was unfair because I was right at the front of the line, and I was like, yo, I just didn't get in line with the rest of these people when they decided to form this line. And now if I get in line, I'm gonna have to go all the way to the back of the line. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna stand my ground because I'm at the front of the line, and doggone it, I'm not moving. And so I stayed there, and Ladybug, signed some autographs, and then she noticed that I wasn't moving, and she was like, okay, hold up, guys, let me address this young man over here. And so she slid me in, and she was like, okay, how you doing? Let me sign your t-shirt or whatever. That's when I laid it on her. I was like, boy, oh boy, I was 13 years old. I saw your video. I had a mad crush on you. And I just told her, basically, what a teenage boy's dreams were at that time. And she was it, And she was like, oh, that's so cute. That, I appreciate you for, keeping it real with me and telling me a real personal story or whatever. And she stood up, walked around the table, and she gave me a hug. She was like, yo, you're all right. You're a cool dude. She gave me a hug, and I was like, yo, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't ask her. I wasn't expecting any of that. I was just relaying to her, just keeping it real. And she kept it real with me. She was just like, yo, I appreciate your story, bro. Here's a hug. She gave me a hug, signed my t-shirt. And she was like, yeah, just wait for the other members, Butterfly and Doodlebug. They'll be out. They'll sign your shirt or whatever. And I was like, cool. And so that really set the tone for me. Like, I thought they were down to earth and cool people. And then when she, came around she walked around the table and gave me a hug, then that really, solidified it for me. Yeah, she's down to earth, cool peeps, really, all right. And so, that's my little Ladybug story. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was a nice hug too. She was like, here. She embraced me. It wasn't a hug. It was an embrace. She was like, oh. I was like, yeah. And then I remember I saw Butterfly, and he was with his daughter. And so I was like, hey, brother Butterfly, can I get your autograph? And he was just like, here you go, man. All right. You cool? All right, that's it. And I was like, oh, okay, man. Well, couldn't talk to him. It was just the autograph, and then that was that. And that was cool. It was different, I would have liked to have just, chopped it up with him, but didn't have the opportunity. And then I went to Doodlebug, and Doodlebug, he was hella down to earth, and he was free to talk. So he was like, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Yeah, let's chop it up. So he and I were literally, talking, and it was a very big surprise for me to be like, yo, I had no idea that you were going to give me as much time, to talk to you as you did. But that was cool. I mean, Ladybug gave me a hug, and then Doodlebug, spent some time, talked to me, listened to me, told me what he was up to. I was bugging. I was just like, yo, these people are real, and I loved it. For me being a big fan of theirs, and for them embracing me as they did, I was quite, pleased with them, with their character, and their humanity and who they are. I was thoroughly impressed. Anyhow, I haven't always understood their lyrics, so we're gonna look at one verse from Ladybug Mecca, and I'm just gonna do my best to decipher, the meaning. So let's check it out. In Black Ego, Ladybug says, so now let's let into in my pocket pack, pummel and I epic black ethic lack. And we're just going to stop right there because all of that I'm confused with. I have no idea what any of that means. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the lyrics via rapgenius.com, and they don't help. They don't have any definitions. There's nothing that they can tell me about those lyrics and what they mean. So I'm at a loss. Okay. But a pummel, I think pummel is, being pummeled, or it's also a pummel stone or pumice. I think it's a pummel stone, but none of that even works in here. So I don't know. Next, she says, I walk again. You were shade gray. Come display mazes in black, fire in the west. Again, I have no idea what is being said here. Now, this was written, in 1994, and the one lyric that really resonated with me is when she said fire in the west, because what I could understand, what I understood that to mean was, in California here, every year there's a fire season, and I think that's what she was referring to. She was just saying fire in the west because it was probably something, a news story that was always, that probably captured her attention and her imagination, and so she threw it in there. And it's kind of a shout out to the West Coast, but not really. And then it could be like double entendre. It could be a double meaning, because fire in the West, it could mean like West as Western society being on fire, and that goes along with some of the ideas of Babylon, the Rastafarian saying, Babylon will fall. So fire in the West is sort of something along those lines, maybe. But let's continue. She says, shit is shaking, it's fly. I'm in lookies when I'm pushing vinyl time. Up the fort where I'm caught, and my thought to shaking up a few loose. Now I let my cars shoot KRS-One, 'cause we fade in and out. Are you swinging or coming? I'm solid on this thought, this ain't living. I'll stop right there. She mentioned KRS-One. She mentioned fade in and out, as in a DJ fader. I believe that's what she's referring to. Are you swinging or coming? Is that swinging as in baseball, or is that swinging as in sex? Or coming, swinging, sex, coming, and I don't know. I'm solid on this thought, meaning I'm focused. This is a thought that you can't argue. She's saying this ain't living. This is a common thought that we've heard from Tupac to Jay-Z. This ain't living. Yeah, Tupac and Jay-Z are the two notable artists I've heard saying that. Back when it was a one shorty. This ain't living. Oh no, I'm over here reciting lyrics. I'm saying to myself, I've heard this line before. I've heard someone else say this ain't living, and I'm literally thinking about Ladybug's lyrics in this particular song. That's weird. Okay, so she continues, it's heavy every setback. That's understandable. Every time you get setback in life, that's heavy on you. It's hard, like dang. It's heavy every setback, even when I was a shorty, even when I was a kid, okay? Now we catch you in your four thrice. Check me in another place, space and joy. Nothing you could serve could ever ace me, boy. Fat laces, I'm out. Fat and no babies. All right. Now, I think she's talking about the game of tennis. Wait, she could either be talking about the game of tennis or possibly the game of volleyball, because she said, nothing you could serve could ever ace me, boy. So an ace is when that ball gets past you in the game of tennis, also in the game of volleyball. So when you serve the ball, if it gets past you, that's an ace. And so nothing you could serve could ever ace me, boy. She's either talking about volleyball or tennis. And if there are any other games that incorporate that terminology, an ace, meaning the ball gets past you on the serve, then, put that in the comments below. Educate me, let me know. And then finally she says, fat laces, I'm out. Anybody who says I'm out, that means I'm done, right? And this is the end of her verse. So she's saying I'm out. She said fat laces, meaning on her maybe suede Pumas or her Adidas, shell toe Adidas. Those are hip hop, fashion staples. She was rocking fat laces. That we understand that. That's clear. And then she said fat and no babies. So maybe at that time in her life she did not have children, and so she was saying fat and no babies. Fat as in PHAT, fat, like, yo, I'm dope, I'm fat and no babies. Because when a woman gets fat or gains weight, or gaining weight is accompanies pregnancy. So maybe that's what she's saying, fat and no babies. Maybe that's what she was saying there. All right, so all of the other stuff that she mentioned, I don't know. It's beyond me. I don't know what she was talking about. It sounds good though. It sounds really good, But as far as memorizing lyrics, when the lyrics, like, actually, when you can follow, what the rapper is saying, I think you can memorize the verses better. I know the cadence. I know the rhythm. I love when she raps, but this is like a predecessor of mumble rap, because, like, personally, when I heard this song, I would have to mumble her lyrics because I never knew what she actually said. So, yeah, but this is a hell of a dope song, and Ladybug's contribution to it is dope, and I just wish I understood it, a little bit more. So now let's let into In My Pocket Pack, Pummel and my epic, black ethic lack. I'll walk again, you were shade gray. Come display, mazes in black. Fire in the west, shit is shaking, it's fly. I'm in lookies when I'm pushing vinyl time. Up the fort where I'm caught, and my thought to shaking up a few loose. Now I let my car shoot, KRS-One. Cause we fade in and out. Are we swinging or singing? I'm solid on this thought. This ain't living, it's heavy. Every setback, even when I was a shorty. Now you catch me in my 4 thrice. Check me in another place, space and joy. Nothing you could serve could ever ace me, boy. Fat laces, I'm out. Fat and no babies. So I kind of got the cadence right in some parts, but other parts I was like, that was a little shaky. One more thing, I don't know if Rap Genius has written the lyrics out as they were. I've looked at a number of different songs, and I've noticed that Rap Genius is not perfect. They make mistakes. These lyrics are uploaded or were uploaded by another fan, so there's a possibility that these lyrics are incorrect. But anyway, with that said, I would like some help understanding this. So, yeah, peace to the gods and earths, peace to the planets, the Digable Planets, peace to all of the fans out there, and yeah, let's figure this one out. Let's dissect this and let's annotate these lyrics so we have some clarity. All right, y'all, peace.